we then say the ones who support Jeremiah Kioni are opposition and Kanini Kega are
According to TIFA's second release today, the result obtained from the national survey, TIFA research was conducted between 24th and 30th of June 2023 using computer-assisted telephonic interview of 1,530 respondents, which covers views about the country's direction and the performance of Kenya Kwanza government since it took over the office 10 months ago.
Talking about those two categories of our respondents.
Speaking during the release, Margaret Ireri, the CEO, TIFA Research, spoke about the condition of the country in accordance with the survey and research done, thus giving different results both positive and negative, without leaving behind the most active cabinet secretaries of the Kenya Kwanza government.
Those who say that the country is heading the wrong direction, if you remember, they are 56% in total. What is their main reason why they think the country is heading in the wrong direction? So a large majority, 79%, say that the country is heading the wrong direction because of the high cost of living. And this is basically talking about the economy. What are their main achievements and failures? Who's the best performing public or senior public official? And then what we've done is also ask Kenyans to give a score to the president. How is he performing in terms of fulfilling the campaign promises? So let's start with the positive. What are the achievements? And this is the June 2023 study. Top mention, although the percentages are not really high, in terms of an achievement, is that the Kenya Kwanza government has set up the Hustler Fund, and which is known to be sorting out what we call the bottom-up economy at only 10%. Then the next one is reducing the cost of fertilizer and other agricultural outputs at 8%. However, if you go down the chart, you'll see those who say that the Kenya Kwanza government has achieved nothing is 51%. That's a majority. And that's what you're seeing, a lot of mentions, but the percentages are very few. But 51% of Kenyans feel that the Kenya Kwanza government has achieved nothing since they got into power. Currently, I think we have about 22 cabinet secretaries and many other government officials. So are there government officials that are perceived by Kenyans to be doing well? And who are they? And then after that, we give an overall rating of how Ruto is performing in fulfilling campaign promises. Here, we asked the respondents to mention one. Don't forget there are like 22 cabinet secretaries. So any percentage that you don't see below 1%, there are some who got 0.01, 0.2, and so on. Here we're talking about the best. So if it's a single mention, and they're not allowed to give more than one. So we see that the Cabinet Secretary of Interior and National Administration, is ranked number 1 with 34% mention. So over a third of Kenyans feel that this Cabinet Secretary is doing very well or is the best performing, followed by Ezekiel Machogo of Education, followed by Susan Wafula of Health, and then Ababuna Mwambwa of Sports. But if you look at these percentages, you have one cabinet secretary getting 34% mentions from Kenyans, and then you have others getting 1%.
The CEO also explained the reason as to why they have released the results now regarding the situation of the country, and also took the opportunity to advise the government to follow up on the people's quests, mostly on the economy.
If you look at this study, high cost of living is top, unemployment has lower mentions. When we've done other studies in the past, we always find high cost of living, unemployment almost at the same time. But this time, the skew is high cost of living. So there's definitely a problem with the supply and demand of goods and services that Kenyans are consuming, and they're considering to be very, very expensive. I start by saying we do this study quarterly. Whether the government is performing or not performing, whether Azimio is protesting or not protesting. We did publish a report in March. If you, some of you I think were here, we did publish a report in March. We've done one now, and after 3 months we'll be publishing it. And that's a bit about having a consistent timeline when you're publishing reports. You don't wait for an activity, then you poll, because that would be biased.
Following TIFA's research report on Kenya Kwanza government performance, it seems like 56% of the respondents feel like the government is headed on the wrong direction. Reporting for Mwangaza TV, Nairobi County, Yvonne Kamade.